Hello, the House of Tarot YouTube followers. Welcome to your February reading. Today we're doing a pick a card reading, starting with what's the tea. We're just going to do a blind reading about what's going on, where are the energies for February. We're going to pick your cards using our senses. So for our first group, we have this macaroon cloud, and this is the scent of like vanilla, sweetness, macaroons, tarts, just things like that, something very sweet. So envision just kind of like a macaroon and the sugars, the sweetness, all those notes. And we're going to have the card giving money. Okay, and we could read off the back. Macaroon delight, sponge sugar, and pink berries. And I really smell something very sweet. So this appeals to you. This is group number one, giving money, as well as the senses of sugar and macaroons and sweetness. For our group number two, we have this peach, pretty as a peach scent, and it's going to be peach, jasmine, nectar, apple blossom, and I really smell this like a peach. It's for when I want to remember to be very sweet someday. I wear it with a peach tea scent, and this is just very peachy, very spring, summer, just overall peaches. With this group, we have a groupie. Interesting. So some kind of groupie vibration. And last, for our group number three, we have this twisted peppermint. And this is kind of, I picture it like an old school Avon scent for kids. And it really took me back. It's very nostalgic. It's peppermint. It's sweet. Let's read the back. It's cool peppermint, sugared snow, and vanilla buttercream. I just smell it like a sweet peppermint. So if that appeals to your senses, that's for group number three, as well as the card Divination Abuser. Interesting. So with that, this concludes the beginning of the reading. Please come see me at your group, or just keep listening, and we're just going to go over each group, and we'll see you at your reading. Bye-bye. Okay, for our group number one, we had the card Giving Money. Somebody giving you money, somebody approaching you for something. We also have this very sweet bakery, sweet macaroons type scent. We're going to put it over here away from our candle, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our tea leaves. So we're in the energy of giving money, or are you giving money? Are you being asked for money? Let's see where these tea leaves take us. Something having to do with giving money. We have some sweet senses in the aroma. We have a butterfly, a change for the better. I'm not sure, some sort of change that you're going to go through soon, possibly for the month of February, some sort of change up that's possibly on your mind as something very scary. Some sort of change is going to be for the better, possibly kind of bringing you more money. So if some of you are experiencing something that your finances, you fear for your finances, you fear for what might change. And this could even include a breakup. If some of you are separating and thinking, how am I going to pay all these bills by myself or something? I feel like something very grand is coming for you from that. So I wouldn't I see the problem if you're going through something, group number one, but I also see something telling me don't worry too much about the problem. Not that it will resolve itself all alone, like some kind of miracle, but I feel like some things are going to come into play where things are really going to settle for you. The dust is going to settle. So if you're changing jobs, so there's just big change ups, even something that you weren't expecting. So this could be a job possibly firing you or getting rid of people, cutting back, cutting down. I feel that change is going to be for the better, not only in the giving money, but just the energy overall. The schedule is better. The people you're around is better. If this is a breakup and you guys are splitting up, I feel like the person you meet next is even better. Just things like that. Just really overall, really great energy. We have a barrow. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And this is where you're at currently. The energy I'm feeling is something where you're at. It's not really pleasing to you. It's not really cutting the bill for you anymore. It's not really filling your cup anymore. Just something that you've always keep pouring into. You keep trying. You're kind of just beating the barrel by now. You're just kind of feeling something missing. You've done everything. There's just something more. And I feel like if you're not quite ready for that, just kind of know that this is on the back burner. Just something better from the expansion of losing something or someone. But also, you don't have to jump into it. So February could just be kind of just seeing new things, seeing new people, just things like that, seeing new opportunities. We have a wishbone, a wish is granted. So some kind of change, and a rose, romance is in the air. So I feel like this could even be romantic. And we do have a rose scented candle today. Rose is the highest frequency. So something very high vibe as well with the rose, high frequency, high smells. not only because it's Valentine's Day and there's roses being sold everywhere, street corners, vendors, everything. I kind of want to tell you to kind of get into the rose atmosphere. Go smell roses one day. Go to a rose park. If you have rose bushes in your home, kind of tend to them, check them out, see how they're doing, and wearing rose oils, putting up some rose candles, just things like that, buying roses for yourself, because there's romance in the air, and I feel like you're the one that elicits the romance in the end. We have a handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So I feel like this is the opportunity finally opening up for you. If you're leaving something, someone behind, I feel like more opportunities are coming. I feel like you really put in the work. You're very sweet. You really did everything that you could in life. And I feel like that's your personality. You would do anything. You'll take the classes, you'll go to therapy, you do all the things. And even if this is work related for some of you, I feel like you're the one that was peppy. You brought in the coffee for everybody. You're the one that did what you could. But if some things are not just filling your cup and you feel like a broken barrel, I feel like the change up is going to be very lucrative, very beautiful, money, people, just the romance that you desire, the atmosphere that you desire. I'm going to take from your romance card. We have a reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So really watch out for that. I feel like that might be a phone call. That might be a like on social media. That might be an invitation on social media, just something like that. Just somebody that's been thinking of you. Even if you guys don't reconcile to be together, just reconciling for the sake of talking about something from the past, learning something about yourself. Even like they might have something that they want to tell you that's kind of positive. I feel like it's a positive interaction that you probably thought like, oh, I thought it was this way. And they're like, no, it wasn't like that at all, or that didn't happen or something. We have the King of Cups for your recent past placement. And this is about knowledge, the King of Wands. So just a lot of knowledge, energy. We have the Emperor. So this is a lot of masculinity for our first row. Just a lot of masculine energy, knowledge energy. Even someone that's in your life right now that kind of comes off to others, that's very good. Even if it's a job, it comes off to people like, oh, that's a really good stable job. Why would you be so unhappy? That's a really good stable relationship. Why would you be so unhappy? Just things like that. But I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting more. There's nothing wrong with being not being at the same level anymore. I feel like you really have to possibly get into your list energy with the Emperor. I always see kind of masculine energy and going through lists, going through compartments, going through things that are not through your senses, even though this reading is including a lot of our senses, but it's kind of going through a list type, working it out in your mind through lists, through some kind of mathematical form. I'm not saying you have to go take a huge mathematics test, but kind of being very logistical, thinking it out. I feel like the masculine energy is about thinking things through, thinking things really well, making a plan, looking at your finances, looking at your bank account, just things like that. So there's a lot of that kind of energy coming into your future. And I feel for yourself, it's a very feminine essence. This is in your U placement, just a lot of feminine energy. And I feel by going through this masculine side of yourself, you get to rest more in your feminine. So I'm not sure what kind of decisions you're going to be faced with for February specifically, but there's going to be decisions that have to be made that you have to possibly seek this type of list energy to rest even more into your feminine. So I feel like if some of you are afraid of aging with the person beside you, or aging through this job, or retired, this is like the only thing left, and things like that, I feel like really kind of getting through this thing sooner than later, working it out sooner than later, kind of allows you into a more peaceful state where you get to be this like feminine essence. That's now she's smelling the roses, now she's playing with the birds, and now just money is showering her. An attraction point. She's like an attraction for this bird. She's an attraction for others. So I feel like you won't be alone for long. If this is you with the job, you won't be without a job for long. Oh, the Lovers. And you won't be single for long with the 6. And the major arcana, we have the Lovers, and this is also about decisions being made, but the Lovers is also just the ultimate energy that you can have in your reading about a love life, a love person, just something you even love. Just think of it, everything overall, where you feel really happy to be alive. You feel really happy. Like I see like feeling the love pouring through your body. We also have the Devil. Okay, let's see what this is about. I feel like big decisions are being made. So we also have the 9 of Swords, and this is the person crying, being woken up in their sleep. And it might be just where you're at in life, where you're not happy, where you really do have to make these kind of big decisions, where, even though they're scary, they involve other people. If it's your job, it involves like kind of leaving something that you're very comfortable with behind. But I feel like these are habits. Old habits have to break. And I feel like you're doing the work. I feel like you try to do everything. I feel like you really put in the work with others, with yourself. You've kind of looked yourself in the mirror and told yourself, you're the bad guy, you fix it, and you've done what you could, my dear number 1. So whatever changes are going to be presented to you, I feel like they're coming in February. At least the tipping point is coming in February. Something very grand is coming in February. And I'm really happy for you as well, because we have the Lovers. That's like the best card, as well as the 9 of Pentacles. And that's just being showered in this beautiful attraction. We're going to take from our Lovers deck just while we're here. You saved my life. So I don't know if you feel indebted to somebody for something, you're still in love with your ex, and we had that reconciliation, so we'll put that over here. Being in love with your ex, I'm not sure if this is an accusation that you're going to hear from somebody or from something, just some kind of really this is too hard, and I see you always putting so much work as well, so this is too hard. So whatever it is that you're going through, I feel like you're kind of at the wit's end of all the work you've put into everything. And even where my eyes keep glancing is this macaroon. I feel like you're very sweet. Like you go outside and you kind of command the room. You command respect. People think you're so sweet, so kind, so polite. I see you kind of interacting with everybody, holding doors open for everybody, saying good morning. You're not that person that's just kind of down on their phone and being disgruntled. So I feel like if something is really changing your personality to this extent, whether it's your job or your relationship, your marriage, anything, I feel like if it's really changing you to where you don't recognize yourself anymore, I feel like the decisions are coming soon. Even in February, just something, oh, we have surprises, venture down a rabbit hole. And something might surprise you, possibly how strong you are might surprise you. So even taking a peek might not look so bad for group number 1. So with that, our group number 1, this concludes your reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. I do offer readings at thehouseoftarot.etsy.com. And with that, I see you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, our group number 2. If you chose the peachy, senses, summary, just things like that, as well as the card groupie, this is your reading. So with groupie, I see friendships. I see feeling like a groupie at times. I see even doors opening, because this energy of groupie, of just kind of like being open, seeing what's up, just seeing what happens. For our first card, we have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. I feel like whatever you're going through, if this is like a groupie with a bunch of girls, with a crew, any crew that you're interacting with right now, I feel like it's really filling your cup at the moment with love, deep affection, caring. I feel like you really found like a really good circle. I'm not sure if, let's see where else it takes us. We have caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. And I think with all beautiful things, some things have to come to an end. So the caterpillar is, so if you're like in a group right now, possibly the group is closing down or the group is changing. Something might change within this kind of group and group setting. We have a final period of frustrations, lessons to be learned. And I am getting some negative energies from this. I feel like with any group, once it gets like way too close, way too affectionate, just way too intimate, and sometimes it really just blows up at times. And it's not anyone's fault. It's just a container that kind of just expands beyond repair, beyond need anymore. I know a lot of people that was extremely head over heels close to, I'm just not friends anymore. So I'm not sure if I'm getting that type of energy. Just lessons to be learned, things said that you might wish you didn't say, things that are being shared that you might wish. I'm not sure if some of you are already at the start of going through this. Like you miss your old group, you miss your old friends, you miss what you used to do, if you guys used to travel together. And I feel it might even have been a niche for some of you. Like some of you were really into concerts or certain artists or just things like that, that this was your niche and that's what you did Friday nights, and now you had to kind of regroup your identity. So I feel a lot of frustration with that. Money will be coming to you. So I'm not sure if this frees you up to working more, making more money, other projects, other ideas, things like that, or even they give you an idea and things just didn't work out with them, but there's nothing wrong with using the ideas. We have a fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So I do see some kind of money aspect picking up within your life, some kind of group aspect kind of taking the back the back seat for a while, just because possibly everyone's schedules being busy, having things to do, having goals now. Everyone's having their own goals. For your romance, we have stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking, and a faith will bring you romance. And I really like that for you. I really enjoy the advice to always stay optimistic, not to be that person that's kind of disgruntled in relationships, even though some people really did have a hard time in relationships. But I feel like not everybody's like that. I feel like there's room for improvement in your expansion and what you tolerate, and expanding yourself to even hold more love, hold more romance. And I love watching those shows, staying optimistic about people in their late second half of their life, finding someone, falling in love with someone, just having a whole whirlwind of a romance. For our first row, in your recent past, we have the 7 of Pentacles. And this is about putting a lot of things into perspective, possibly even getting rid of things that you might have done when the new year started, or something in your recent past about getting rid of things. And it's possibly getting rid of people, getting rid of an identity, getting rid of something tangible, kind of seeing how much money you spent on things as well. I'm also seeing that, how much money you lost in the transaction, and possibly not wanting to do that again because it didn't really do something for you. Just kind of that kind of reflection. We also have the King of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles, which is about stability with your money. So I feel like one was a loss and one was a gain, like more stability is coming for you, or you're going to start being more stable with your finances, or a very stable time is going to start happening soon in your finances as well. So I feel like this was your recent past, just reflecting, gosh, I really spent a lot on all those things, or on all those people, or on all these hobbies and things like that, and now I'm a different person. And on the other note, I feel like it's okay because it expanded you to start getting stable, to hold more, to possibly learn more. I see like books being picked up that kind of got you into the vibration of learning about money, holding money, creating opportunities and things like that. So not everything is always lost in life. I feel like it's just like an expansion or a learning opportunity. I know I'm going through several myself right now. And for our second row, we have the King of Cups. I do see a lot of knowledge was gained. A lot of knowledge from this experience was gained, whether it's friendships or whatever you've kind of broken out of. Just something knowledgeable has been gained, and there's no turning back from it. I feel like it will never be the same. Like, just everybody's just in a different path at the moment. I feel you feel kind of like your world went into full circle at some point. Like, oh, what else? And it might be like creating money. It might be just so many things with building money, creating those friendships that build you money, possibly even taking people out to lunch that have a lot of success within money and creating money, holding money, just things like that. I see choices coming for you in the month of February, so really watch out for some kind of choice that might be presented to you, and also not being blindsided, being ready for big choices to be made. The 2 of Swords, we don't want to be blindsided with things. We don't want things to come out of like complete left field where we didn't know. So kind of look into that. I see yourself looking into ways to hold money, not being blindsided by some kind of interaction that can deplete money or not create money, or even lose an opportunity. We're going to take from your cycles of love, and we have let's build an empire together. So I see somebody wanting to build with you, somebody wanting to invest with you, just some kind of project coming about. So I'm not sure if you meet somebody romantically, or you meet somebody in a friendship, a different type of friendship, not so much like a groupie type of friendship, but people that really want to see you grow, them themselves want to grow, investments want to be made. I asked around about you, and they possibly did your research. Somebody's doing their research about you right now, not only with asking around, but even like looking at your social media, kind of stalking things, just things like that. So watch out for that kind of energy. And why did you have to go behind my back? I'm not sure if that has to do with the groupie energy, just things that happen in group settings that don't always work out long term. And I hate myself for hurting you. So I'm not sure if somebody might feel regret from this groupie situation. Somebody possibly feels like, well, it went too far, it got too far, or they're going to use the excuse, I was drunk, or I was doing something, I was taking supplements, or just something funny, I wasn't eating, I was sleep deprived, I don't know. They're just kind of always making excuses for themselves that they're possibly not going to win over with that. We have a release, lighten your load. So with that, our group number 2, this concludes our reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. I do offer readings at thehouseoftarot.etsy.com, so come see me there. And with that, I see you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, our group number 3. If you chose this pile or the scent of a twisted peppermint, just something very peppermint and sweet and minty, this is your reading, as well as a divination abuser. Okay, let's see where the cards take us. We're going to use our tea leaves for a divination abuser. I'm not sure if some of you relied on somebody for divination, relied on somebody to teach you divination. I'm getting. Let's see your tea leaves. We have an angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I'm not sure if they came at you offering greetings. A scenario I'm getting is people having to really put out disclaimers that they don't reach out to people. I'm not sure if somebody very popular or famous or YouTube famous reached out to you and they kind of abused your trust and you thought the real person was reaching out to you. We have spiritual guidance. You're possibly guided or protected from this person, from somebody not evil, but kind of evil to kind of abuse your trust and abuse identity and steal identity, steal money from somebody, steal trust from people. So we have a beetle, a good fortune. I feel like their good karma was going to go to you anyway, so that's possibly why this interaction happened. So not all bad things are meant to be. We have older man, dealings in relationship with an older man. I'm not sure if an older man was behind the computer screen when they were doing this, or whoever it was, and a younger woman. So I'm not sure if this is a group or if one of you is this person, if you're the older man or you're the younger woman and the opposite was behind the screen when they were doing what they were doing. We have a shield. You need to defend yourself. I kind of also see this in your community, kind of defending yourself in the court for some reason. So if you guys are feeling unjust in your community with maybe a traffic ticket or a cop that went too far, just something like that, just be aware of that defending yourself nature. Shield and somebody kind of being abusive or abusing their power even. I'm not always seeing the divination part for some of you. Just somebody that's abusing their power. Just if you have to include somebody else, if you have to include authorities, really look into that. For your love reading, we have a reconciliation. We had this before, so I'm not sure if someone's going to come back into your life to kind of set you up with this kind of protection and help. I see that they also come with a good fortune as well. Someone from your past re-entering your life, so some kind of protection, some kind of shield, somebody that can guide you through this. I'm going to go ahead and go with your tarot. And for group number 3, I am going to fan them out and choose your first row. Okay. Ooh, we have the 5 of Wands. So a lot of fighting happened. I'm not sure with this abuser or whoever's, and I don't see this like some kind of domestic abuse in your home. I see just somebody that's abusing power. There was a lot of fighting, possibly litigation, just things like that. So really be careful. By defending yourself, I don't mean to go out and buy some kind of weapon, but just really have everything straight. If you have to have like cameras to kind of prove something or write things down, dates down, things like that. So really be careful with that type of energy. There was like a lot of chaos I'm seeing, just a lot of people fighting, a lot of people involved. And this could even be in family, just family members abusing their power. If there's like a matriarch that kind of wants to abuse their power with the son or with the daughter, and it's just affecting the next family dynamic. Like, we don't really have to go through things like that. We get to live a fulfilled life. We have a Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like deep down, you get to also rest. You want to rest. You want to be safe. You want your subconscious. You want to feel safe, grounded, protected, financially protected, things like that. We have the High Priestess, and this is a very knowledgeable person coming at the end of this, after this chaos. In the near future, I see just something coming really big out of it, like some kind of divination yourself. Possessing some sort of divination is also what I'm hearing. Getting into with your own divination, getting into with your own spirituality, your own clairvoyance. Intuitive is also what I'm hearing. Getting into with your own intuitive nudges, feelings, just things that you possess yourself. And possibly that's an advice for now as well. It's coming in your near future of the outcome of things, but I'm seeing kind of start reaching out for that kind of. I'm even seeing you having to carry some kind of modality around. I see like a pentacle, and you kind of carry it around just to kind of start off with this. Oh, we have so much feminine energy for our dear group number 3. We have strength, we have the Empress, the Hangman. I feel like trust is on your, and the Death. So something, whatever you're going through is going to come to an end. Absolutely. it's all going to work out in the end, because it just kind of goes to die somewhere. And it's something from the past very soon. With the Empress, this is your feminine energy. This is your nurturing energy, and your strength is on your side. You're going to see how strong you are. Whoever is kind of having like a status abuse or just some sort of scenario, I can't read for everybody because it's just too many online, but whatever sort of scenario this could be, you're going to see how strong you are with your femininity, with your feminine energy, with getting things across in a very feminine manner, but really kind of possessing the power. I see a very powerful moment, and it's also kind of quiet, and I see everything, and I feel like, you know, this, everything works out for you. Kind of just get to rest and figure it out and have people help you. So the reconciliation, just people that really want to help you out. And I see this thing goes to kind of die somewhere. It just ends because whoever's doing it does no longer possesses power over you, no longer possesses even triggering you power. I see people that are good at triggering people, they kind of lose that power as well. We have always fighting, so that's also with the fighting card, just something that created a lot of ruckus, somebody abusing their power, late night texting, maybe having to put an end to this as well. I know that could be very frustrating, like having to talk about the same thing over and over, either fighting with somebody or discussing with somebody else. Just a lot of that energy coming to an end. We have can't figure them out, and you probably don't have to in the end. They're probably just not worth it, and this feels magical. And I'm going to put that here with all your great energy. This feels magical, so really look out for your intuition, your intuitive nudges, all the power that you yourself possess, because I see it's a very powerful time for you in February. A lot of your energy is going to come out of this stronger, more powerful, more bewitching, all the great things. And we have beauty. Dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. And with the vulnerable, I see that with our feminine energy and our people down here for our second row. So with that, our group number 3, please take what resonates and leave the rest. I do offer readings at thehouseoftarot.etsy.com. So come see me there. And with that, I leave you guys. Bye-bye.